Can't get over these Black Lives Matter chicks, man. So I did a couple premieres earlier on this topic, but it's just more information trickled out, and I didn't get to it in the other part one and part two videos of exposing these chicken heads for what they are. Totally unbelievable, man. But the news is pretty depressing, man. It says Black Lives Matter founder tries to defend her property empire. You'll see and notice that in the part one and part two of the Black Lives Matter videos, I had told you that this woman, Cries, and the co-founders of Black Lives Matter had bought about $3.2 million worth of property, over $3 million worth of property. She's got like a $1.3, $1.5 million home somewhere in a 88% white neighborhood in Los Angeles, some damn where, Tacoma Canyon, I think it is. Or she got a $1 million property out there in Tacoma Canyon. So this report came out, man, and it's just hilarious. And I don't know how we're gonna extrapolate those funds back from this unstable creature, but obviously everybody should be upset and outraged at this bullshit that's going on with these unstable creatures in Black Lives Matter. Okay, on that note, we about to get into the story right now, man. You here on your own volition. I want you to know that you here under your own free will, because I might say some shit that's gonna trigger you. It's one of them damn trigger topics. Hey, this is one of them things, man. I'm on one of them topics, baby. Hey, man, I've been known to say shit to trigger people, man. I'm a walking goddamn trigger, man. I'm the trigger man. But these chicks I don't got no loyalty to none of these chicks. As far as I had loyalty to them through the movement, through just of our pigmentation, just through our heritage and being black. But these women have stepped out of that, under that hedge of protection. I don't have no loyalty to them anymore. At this point, what these people have chosen to do, right? I judge each person by their character. That's what I try to do. I try to judge each person on the content of their character. And, depending on the actions that one takes is where a person like me is going to look at you through the lens of action, not through the lens of what the hell you say, but through a lens of what is this person doing, right? Because again, I keep saying, I'm from where I'm from, and where I'm from, it's a lot of niggas got the gift. I got several uncles who got the gift for gab. They'll talk you out of your panties, they'll talk you out of your money, they'll talk you out of your home. They got the gift for gab, right? So I know, I've learned at an early age, like these women, these unstable creatures, right? They say that they were trained Marxists. We're trained Marxists. I'm trained to spot bullshit, right? At a young age, I was watching people get talked into and out of shit. And then I learned at an early age, oh shit, it's not important what people say. Right? This came early. It's hard to bullshit a person like me because I'm just looking at your actions. And if your actions ain't aligning with your words, I'm gonna goddamn expose you and call you out. I've lost many friends that way. To this day, I lose people, man. I don't mind kicking the shit, and I let you bullshit, man. People be, I've been to prison, man. People be, you want to see some bullshitters, boy. If you ever been locked up, person when you locked up, everybody is whoever they want to be. Man, one nigga thought he said he was Superman. Right, that nigga was Clark Kent and Superman at the same damn time. Right, people are whatever they want to be. People are big time drug dealers. People are big time pimps. People had $60,000-$70,000 waiting on them when they go home. Some people had $500,000-$600,000 waiting on them. Right, they got people that's talking about they gonna get goddamn $10,000 on their books next week. But if you could just give them a suit today. I've seen it and heard it damn near all. And what I've learned through all of it is that you have to judge and look at a person based upon their actions. Because what they say is really not that important at the end of the day. Only reason what someone says is important is to hold them accountable for what the hell they do when we're on serious subjects or talking about serious things, right? That's the only reason something will be important to hold on to. Only because you have to see that it aligns with what actually gets done. Other than that, what a motherfucker say is really irrelevant. It really is. If it's not going to be linked to an action, then it's just a pipe dream. So this is why, early on in this whole little Black Lives Matter fiasco that was going on since last year, I'm one of the first people that I know, the first channel, the first person, even in my family, my people looking at me sideways, right? I got kicked out of plenty chats. I told the story already. Fell out with some YouTubers because I kept asking everywhere I went, where the hell is the money at? Where is the money at for Black Lives Matter? And where is Black Lives Matter? Because I haven't seen them at none of the protests. And when I say Black Lives, see, they've been able to hide this long to the rest of you who are catching up now, and all the other like major news networks who are starting to catch up. The reason they've been able to hide is because you have people like us, right? Actual people who's out there part of the movement. actual people who's out there ready for the revolution, who's ready for the change on the ground level, that's repping Black Lives Matter, right? So we use the hashtags. It's painted in Washington, D.C. You got murals everywhere, right? So every time you do see a protest, you may see some Black Lives Matter or somebody. Just the other day in the Deontay protests we seen that I've been airing here on the channel, I think it was yesterday, you heard a white guy, somebody, I think it was a white guy, said, Black Lives Matter, right? So you hear the chants and you assume that there's Black Lives Matter doing the protest. And that's how they've been able to hide. They've been able to hide under the guise of the people who are actually out there risking their damn lives, who are actually out there being brutalized, who are actually out there being beat, who are actually out there protesting to actually bring change to their community, to their lives, for their children, for the betterment of their situation. So that's how they've been able to hide this long from mostly everybody, except for people who can spot bullshit, right? Because if you got people across the country at every protest, every time somebody gets shot, right? Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor cop gets off. You know, you got the kid that just got shot now where they're protesting for, Toledo. Right. So you hear and you see people with BLM shirts on, and you assume you see people with Black Lives Matter sign, but that don't got nothing to do with the organization. Right. So they've been able to get over for almost over a year now, just off of the strength of starting the movement, getting all the goddamn money, over $100 million at this point. Right. They accounted for, and people see that the record show that they brought in 90 million last year alone. That's only what is reported and what people can gather. But there's plenty shit that's hidden that just don't know where the donations at or how much came in. Black Lives, as the organization, has almost at this point, no affiliation with Black Lives, the people. There is no connection there. You got just as much connection with the Republican organization, the Republicans in Congress and in the Senate, as you do with the Black Lives Matter females that started the organization, the trained Marxists. Right? You got just as much connection with goddamn Donald Trump as you do with Patrice, which is absolutely none. And the people actually have no connection with their government, because the government don't listen to the people, and we all know the government do what the hell it wants. It has no affiliation with the people on the ground whatsoever, the American government. Same thing. That's what the Black Lives Matter organization is like the government. We have been abandoned by the U.S. government, and we have been abandoned by the Black Lives Matter organization, as far as the woman who founded it. So again, when you see these people marching in the street and you see all these Black Lives Matter signs, I do, and I have in the other videos, differentiate the people from the actual founders, because there's a big difference. And again, that's the only reason these women have been able to hide this long. I've been screaming this shit for almost 8 months now. Anybody who's been coming to politics as usual, though we pretty much been on it, or I've been at least touting it. It's good to see everybody else is catching up. Because the reason how I caught on to the shit was that when the protests were going on, I said, well, if Black Lives, I didn't know they had brung in over 100 million, but I did the digging and investigation. I seen that Airbnb, I seen that damn Facebook, I seen at one point, goddamn Jeff Bezos, Amazon. I seen different stars that were donating tens of millions of dollars. You had goddamn Microsoft donating, Bill Gates donating to all, not only the Black Lives Matter, but they were one of the major recipients of it, but to all type of different ACLU, all type of different Black organizations and civil rights movements. Right, it was massive amounts of donations coming in. And that's just from big ass corporations, NBA, Coca-Cola, all these big ass corporations. That's them. Then you had all the money being donated to GoFundMe's from actual people, not only in America but all around the world. Right, these chicks were raising money left fist, hand over fist, and now it's coming out that they have not done anything. That's what I kept asking. So what are they doing in the community? Because something should show for it. Right, I don't care about the protests, and I'm seeing the people, but I'm saying where's the message at? Right, we should, with all that money, you should have a massive media campaign. You got tens of millions of dollars from the information I had last year when I was looking into this and digging. And I'm gonna release those videos. You got tens of millions of dollars, and I was like, okay, we should have a spot. I said you shouldn't get all that money and the movement gets weaker. Right, at one point we had people around the world protesting with us. We had people in Africa, we had people in the UK, we had people in Australia, New Zealand, we had people all across the world protesting police killing Black men and women and children. And then when all the money came in, it's like everything, we got weaker. I said, damn, okay, everything fizzled out for like, I don't know, a good 6 months. Right, this Minneapolis protest is really the first major protest that we're starting to, you still ain't really hearing that much about it. Nothing like the George Floyd protest or it was this summer, but it's starting to catch a little traction now. But this is the first one that has caught traction in at least 6 months since last year, longer than 6 months. So it's March, it's April, right? So we talking about, yeah, in at least the last 6 months, maybe longer, 6 to 8 months. This is the first protest that I said, why ain't we getting no media coverage? Why ain't no plenty? It ain't like it's a shortage of black men getting killed by the police, man. For all my black women out there, right? It's not like it's a shortage of that. Not like it's a shortage of your sons or your daughters getting beat the fuck up and killed by the police. There's no shortage of that. This shit is happening on a weekly basis. But then I cannot see the women of the Black Lives Matter organization use any of their clout, because that's what they had. They're the ones that's in possession of the funds, using any of that to put a spotlight on any of these cases. Okay, so that's just the crux of my overall perception, and now my perception turned out to be factual of why I was very, very suspicious, to say the least, about these people. So here the report says, it says the Black Lives Matter founder defends her property empire. It says Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors has responded to the criticism over her property empire and says it is categorically untrue and incredibly dangerous to suggest that she may have used any of the organization's funds to buy her homes. Cullors described the scrutiny over the $3 million empire of 4 homes as a racist and sexist attack by right-wing media in an interview with Mark Lamont Hill for Black News Tonight. So this is the thing that white people say, and this is the type of shit that give white people validation when they say shit like, oh, black people just always gonna use the race card, right? Anytime you say anything bad about a black man or a black woman, first thing they gonna do is go race, which then in turn they say that's why it don't give it no validity. When you say something about race or somebody's race and you bring this up, the police killing you, oh, look at the races. This is what weakens that argument or waters it down, because they say, oh, everything's about race, because there's no need to bring the race card in, because I'm not white, and I'm asking the same thing the white people asking that. If they're Fox News and the right-wing media asking you these questions and this is sexist, racist attack, well, I'm not white, and I want to know too, right? So the first thing she goes to try to throw everybody off her scent is, this is attacked by right-wing media, and this is sexist and this is racist. That's sexist shit, right? You can't say nothing bad about a woman. Oh, God forbid if you try to say something bad about a black woman, right? It's sexist. Why do you say that? Because that's what it is, man. You don't make goddamn queen just because you born black. Okay? I would say this. Let me rephrase that. It does make you a queen being born black, but then you have to start living your life. And if you ain't living like no queen, then you come out of royalty. You fall from royalty, I should say. So let's just say you do come out of royalty. You're born into royalty. You're a black, beautiful queen. My daughter's a black queen. But even my daughter will be held to the same scrutiny that every man, woman should be held to. Your actions as you live your life is going to dictate if you keep that notoriety, if you keep that queen logo attached to you. Okay, nothing makes you a queen just because you black. There's a lot of black deadbeat mothers and awful, downright awful goddamn people. Just because you born or just because you black don't make you no goddamn king neither. There's a lot of awful black men. I know quite a few. It's the same way with white, same way with every other race. So all this shit about like any black woman or any black man that think you a king or queen just because you born black, you kind of like the Bible say, right? You born in God's good graces and everything good, but then as you start to live your life, depending on what actions you choose to take, will let you know if you start to sin, and then you have to kind of repent, right? Because you fall out of the graces of God. These type of things that are just common fucking sense, that you can't just go out and do whatever you want. I'm a queen. I'm a queen. I don't take care of my kids. I'm a queen. I rape little girls. I rape little boys. I'm a king. I'm a queen. No. If you a grown ass person, I ain't calling you no goddamn queen unless your actions if your actions ain't aligning up to what the hell you profess to be, then I'm gonna call you a fraud. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call you. I'm not gonna call you no goddamn queen just because you black and you a woman. I'm not gonna call you no king just because you black and you a dude. I'm gonna call you a fraud, which this is what these women are, straight frauds. Now, in my other videos, I was kind of harsh toward them, but I'm not going to take back shit I said, because I stand on that. I stand on what I said. That's what I firmly believe. These women are frauds. They are far from queens. If you don't want to call them bitches, you could think of something else. Your prerogative, you could think of something else to call them. But what we won't be referring to here at the Politics as Usual, at least I won't, is calling these black women no goddamn queens, because they are far from queens in my eyes. Maybe, I just never get that about men or women. Right, men also do the same shit. They walk around talking, I'm a king, man. What's up, king? Listen, man, if you ain't earned the right to be addressed as no motherfucking sire, why would a nigga call you sire if you ain't earned the right? So She was this is the reason I'm saying that is because this Patrice chick in one of the photos that I seen of her, she had on a shirt with big ass capital letters, Queen. Just because you stole $100 million goddamn dollars and you moved out into the Hamptons and live in goddamn Tacoma Canyon, some damn wherever that's at, next to goddamn Angelina Jolie or some shit, don't make you no goddamn queen, man. That just make you a rich fraud, a rich hypocrite. That's all that make you. Right? She had on just like goddamn. It looked like she had on one of them city trend shirts, right? She had big queen on the shirt. Queen. How you a queen, but you gon' deprive, rape, and pillage your own people? A queen or a king doesn't tear down their kingdom. Queens and kings help build their kingdoms up. That's what a king and a queen does. You ain't never gonna meet nobody who can be considered a king or a queen in the process help to defeat and tear down their own goddamn kingdom. It says the 37-year-old who set up the Black Lives Matter with Alicia Garza and Opal Tometi back in 2013 broke down in tears as she revealed she had spent the last week with security after her homes were first pictured in the media. So now she's crying. Right? This chick is crying in this damn interview, literal tears and shit, because she had to pay for security because because they put her houses in the media. Now she's been exposed, and niggas know where you live. You spend all that damn money on a home and you ain't gonna be able to rest in peace there. That's dumb as hell, ain't it? Ain't it crazy as hell to spend over $1 million on a home you can't enjoy? You ain't gonna have no peace. Oh, now you got security and you crying. Now you gotta pay for it. You know how quick your ass gonna run out of money. You better ask MC Hammer what happened to his ass when he had to pay for all that goddamn security following him around, that entourage. Now you done went and bought all these houses with these big backyards. What you thought you was about to throw party? Nobody wanna be around your stinky ass, man. Nobody wanna be around you, Patrice. You filthy individual gonna get together with your fraud ass. You gonna have a short-lived life. You gonna walk around paranoid, miserable, hiding behind security from your own fucking people because you decided to shit on us. Now you move to a almost 90% predominantly white neighborhood and you buying security because you're scared of black people and you're supposed to be the head of the Black Lives Matter movement and a trained Marxist. And that Fox News got this Candace Owens is talking, oh my God, that you gonna give these people, you gonna do this shit to give these people the ammo. Right now they got the ammo. The arrows are in their quivers and they're ready to fucking fire them. And this dumb, dingy, unstable, filthy ass creature. That's what she basically did when she did this move. Because this is all over Fox News now. If you go to any Fox News page and look at it, you look in the comment section, God damn. A question any real white person would want to know. How in the hell is she supposed to be the head of the Black Lives Matter and telling us we should respect black people? But soon as she gets some damn money, she come to move next to us. That's what I seen literally in the comments. That's what the white people are asking. How in the hell is we supposed to be respecting black people? And how the hell are we supposed to act or believe that Black Lives Matter when soon as Black Lives Matter gets some money, they want to be next to us. They want to be with us. They don't even want to be around their own people. That's basically what they saying, right? And look at all the comments. They basically say, hey man, even Black Lives Matter know that black lives don't matter. Come on, baby. Even Black Lives Matter know y'all don't matter. You're some filthy individuals. Even Black Lives Matter think you animals. Look at them. They don't want to be around. They want to be with us. They don't want to be with y'all. As soon as they got the little success, the only reason they was mad the whole time is because they couldn't live next to us. And the crazy shit is that this lady Patrice, who's supposed to be a trained Marxist and the head of this movement and supposed to be so educated in this field, should goddamn know that these people don't want you next to them. Why is you forcing yourself on people? You know, you're gonna move into an 88% predominantly white neighborhood. Even if, let's just was to say, if I was gonna give the benefit of the doubt and it's not true and these women ain't frauds. And hold on, politics. You jumping the gun, you being a little harsh, right? You being a little harsh, but hold on now. She just said she didn't use any of the funds from the organization. Let's say she didn't use none of the funds from the organization, she didn't steal the money and all that to be true. You still would not be able to explain to me as a nigga with no common damn sense, why do you live in a neighborhood that is almost 90% white? And why did you pay over $1 million to do it? Hey, $1.3 million is a lot of goddamn money to spend just to get away from niggas, man. Right? You didn't have to move into white. Like, Like what are you trying to? What are you basically the picture you're painting out there, and the stigma you're giving us is there's no black affluent neighborhoods. You can find one black affluent neighborhood to move to. You had a $1 million to play with, and you mean to tell me that you couldn't find one black affluent neighborhood to move your family to? Why in the hell would you want to move with the people that you claim to be exposing and protesting against? That makes no fucking sense. Even if the other allegations are false, this is probably one of the top ones that's really like you know, I feel like somebody just stabbed you in your damn back. It says she tried to deflect criticism from some of the left who have questioned whether the ownership of 4 homes contradicts her ideology as a trained Marxist. As she said, she has invested in the properties to provide for her family and sees her wealth as my family's money as well. Her explanation comes after it emerged that she has secured 4 homes worth a combined total of around $3 million in recent years, sparking questions about her source of income. It says Black Lives Matter raked in around $90 million in donations last year, but does not release a full accounting of the spending. The organization said Colors has been paid $120,000 since 2013, but has not received any payments since 2019. Okay, you raked in $90 million was double. It's probably close to 200 million, man, 150 million. I don't know. I know it's way more than 90 million. Again, you know it's gonna be, if they could account for when you know when somebody's trying to hide something, and then you can see that it was 90 million and they're doing everything in their fucking power to hide everything they can, but you still come up with the 90 million, you could imagine how much more it is. Right? It's like pulling teeth for us to get there. I know because I was digging deep. I was trying to contact these women, and they would not answer any of the emails. And I could not find any financial records or any transparency. This is way back in like last year around July-ish, June, July, August, somewhere in that area. Right? So I know that they was hiding something because I'm like, okay, there's no transparency. I can't find no documents, no records, and nothing. Then this trickles out and they find 90 damn million. But it doesn't really have an accounting of the spending or where is it going. But supposedly you only got 120,000 of it, and you haven't received any money in the whole last year. For the last 2 years, you ain't received no money from Black Lives Matter. But somehow you was able to pop up with goddamn $3 million worth of home. I told you, and then this woman is not that bright. So this is what happens when you deal with hood ass people and you put them in a position. This is why hood people shouldn't be trying to lead no goddamn revolution. You can't let no ignorant ass, selfish ass, sneaky, snaky ass lead no revolution. Now, if you're gonna come from the hood, but you have transitioned from your hood mentality and hood ways, okay, we can talk about that. I'm not saying just because you come from the hood, you can't be a part of lead a revolution. You could obviously do that. You could come from Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. They came from humble beginnings. Of course you can do that, but you can't come straight out the goddamn hood with that hood mentality and think you about to lead no damn. You can't get nobody from the damn hood that ain't really had no actual. She's a trained mark. She's a trained piece of. She must have trained how to be a piece of shit. That's what it looked like she trained to do. But you can't take nobody straight from a goddamn hood mentality and hood environment and hit them with no goddamn 100 million. What you think they gonna do? You go to the hood right now and pull any man or woman, pull any nigga out the hood right now and hit them and break them off with like 50 million and see what the hell gonna 100% what gonna happen. I can tell you what ain't gonna happen. They ain't finna lead no goddamn revolution to stopping us from getting our babies and our children killed. And this is gonna prove that fact. And I'm telling you that these white people are going to use this for the rest of their goddamn lives of why we don't deserve shit, why they ain't going to give a shit, and why we in the boat in the situation we in. Right now, every time you point your finger at them, this is going to give them some new ammo. They're going to say, look what happened when we gave all of our white money to them Black Lives Matter people. Look what they did. We're not giving you shit. Can't be trusted. Niggas can't be trusted. Those niggas can't be. This proves it. I told you. Look, come here, Billy. Look, we just gave her a little experiment. We just gave her goddamn 90 million. Look what she did. Look, they're worse off than they were before. Right? She took the goddamn money and made sure that we gonna be worse off than we were before in our community. How the fuck, where they do that at? How you get $100 million, but we all are worse off than we were before you got the 100 million? Plus, I ain't gonna say 100 million. Probably more like, it should probably double and could possibly be triple. Right? There's estimates. I'm gonna show in a minute. There's estimates where people were donating 40 million, 50 million, 100, promising 100 million. Just one corporation, 2-3 corporations equal $100 million. Yeah, $100 million. And there's like dozens and dozens of corporations and stars that have donated to these people. So I'm gonna say that 90 million could probably be upward to double, over double. I'm gonna say over double. When this shit comes and hit the fan, because it's gonna come out eventually, man. Old people, old black people people saying. What don't come out in the wash comes out in the rinse. What stays in the dark eventually gonna come to the light. This shit gonna be exposed eventually, and it's gonna be interesting to see how much money these thieves raked in. Right. So now she got $3 million worth of homes. She lives next to all white people, and she has to buy security to protect her from black people as she's miserable and crying now. And you think I'm supposed to feel sorry for her black ass? Or you think I'm gonna call that unstable creature a queen? But I'm not calling her a bitch right at this moment. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Queen my goddamn ass. Anyway, like I said, man, she got $3 million worth of homes. She lives in a home that's over $1 million. She says she uses the money because her family deserves the money, and the money is for her family. The investment is for her family success. And she's paying out the ass every day to keep security around her because she's paranoid. I don't even know if she got any threats yet. Right? I don't know no niggas that threaten her. I haven't seen or heard of them. I'm not even on no shit where I'm threatening them. I'm just really now I'm interested because I really want to see let's goddamn uncover. Let's see what it really before I don't want to get too crazy far out there. But let's see what it is. Let's start doing some digging on these unstable creatures and see what's going on. She crying and buying security for probably no goddamn reason at all. So she burning money every damn day. Why is you buying security for? Who are you scared of? You scared of the people? How are you supposed to be a leader of the movement for the people and you gonna buy security to protect yourself from the goddamn people, man? Please, somebody get this woman. This woman, man, they need to put this woman in the goddamn straitjacket. She don't even need a jail cell. I said in the other video, she need to be she need to be in a cage. No, she need to be in a straitjacket. Please get this woman to a padded room somewhere. You're gonna be the goddamn leader of the people, but you're gonna have to hire security to protect you from the people. That'll make you the opposite of the leader of the people, baby. God damn, man. I tell you should be drinking that hood water, man. That water in the y'all don't want to believe, man. I tell you she used to drink tap water. That tap water you could tell when somebody used to drink tap water, man. She's obviously suffering from some type of mental health issue. Somebody really need to go check on her after they get our damn money back. It says Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrice has responded to the criticism over the property empire, saying that it categorically was untrue and incredibly dangerous to suggest that she may be using the organization's funds for her homes. It says Colors told Lamont Hill people need to see through the right wing's lie, being pushed and doubled down that she is not paid by the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, and that's important because what the right-wing media is trying to say is the donations that people have made to Black Lives Matter went toward my spending, and that is categorically untrue and incredibly dangerous, she said. The 37-year-old told the presenter it was correct that she had brought her homes with income not earned directly from Black Lives Matter. Now, okay, Patrice, we know that you from the hood. You from the projects, man. We know that your family from the projects. You don't come from money. Ain't none of your family owning no homes. You come from the hood. I can't remember exactly where she's from, but she's from the hood, man. So explain. Okay, before the Black Lives Matter shit popped off and got all the millions of dollars donations, you was in the hood. You never been out the hood. You didn't have a dime, never saved, and nothing that we don't know about. You didn't have no $1 million worth of homes before the Black Lives Matter organization got created. Then you created a nonprofit Black Lives Matter organization that's supposed to be for the people. And then somehow you go from the hood to goddamn Beverly Hills overnight. And you expect me and all of us who are looking and listening to this, to me say this shit. Just listen to me saying it to you. She expect us to believe that this had nothing to do with money from Black Lives Matter. Well, Patrice, let me ask you something, baby. Where did you get the money to move to Tacoma Canyon at? I think that's some shit out there where I think Brad Pitt and them live out there, man. Tacoma Canyon. Let me ask you that. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Patrice, where the hell did you get the money to go from goddamn 179th Street, Fordham Road to goddamn Tacoma Canyon, nigga? If it wasn't Black Lives Matter. There ain't no queen. Queens ain't disloyal. That's not a quality trait of a queen. That's the opposite of a queen. No loyalty.